Ah, could I pass a citizenship test of this great land I live in, America? I feel like I should pass because I had to take like a citizenship to graduate from high school. I don't know if any other people had to do that. I think it might have just been my high school that did that. But whatever. I mean, I think that's reasonable. Let's just start and see if how many questions I can get right. Who was president during World War One? That would be Woodrow Wilson, I think. Right? Yeah, right? Right? It wasn't him. Not him, because he's too early. He was World War Two. Warren Harding. No, it definitely wasn't him. It was Woodrow Wilson. Ha! Booyah! Woodrow Wilson was the president during World War One. The war started in 1914. Many countries in Europe and other places fought each other during World War One, right? Woodrow Wilson and others in the United States did not want to enter World War One, but in 1917, German submarines attacked American ships. Woodrow Wilson decided that the United States had to fight in the war. Congress agreed and declared war. Okay. Who makes federal laws? Congress, right? Congress makes federal laws, correct. A bill is proposed law. Members of Congress can introduce bills. They debate the bill. They make the changes. Congress must agree to send the bill to the president. When the president signs the bill, it becomes a federal law. Okay. Excellent. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? I like this answer. Life and death. You have the right to die. I'm pretty sure it's life and the pursuit of happiness, right? In the Declaration of Independence. That sounds right. Oh, it is right. Leaders of the new American government wrote the Declaration of Independence in 1776. It told that the American colonists were free from Great Britain. It said that all people are created equal. It said that government should protect citizens' right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The rights in the Declaration of Independence are important in the United States history. They're still important today. Americans continue to believe in the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, next question. What does the president's cabinet do? He advises. They advise, I mean. Girls can be cabinet members too. Don't come at me. Advise the president. Right. What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution? I guess that's right. Yeah. Amendment is a change to the Constitution. As the country grows and grows, amendments to the Constitution allow government to grow and change too. For example, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Many people like Susan B. Anthony fought for this right for many years. Today, women can vote because of this amendment. Excellent. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Vote. That seems a good answer. Give an elected official your opinion on an issue and join a community group, a civic group. Write to a newspaper and call senators and representatives. All of them. All of them. You could do all of them, except I don't know how that works because that's actually 6 answers, but don't worry about it. Democracy only works when people are active in the government, excuse me. Voting is one of the best ways for citizens to participate in their democracy, but it's not the only way. You can also call or write letters up to government representatives. We can ask questions about the government or share our opinion. We can join a civics group, a community group, or help with an election campaign. We can write a letter to a newspaper. Sometimes the newspaper will print the letter for everyone to read, or we can choose to run for office. Wow, that's a big, yeah. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? Oh, well, this is when when the language of the document was approved. It was signed on August 2nd, 1776, but I guess this is the closest answer. I guess this is what they mean. On July 4th, 1776, the colonists adopted the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It said the colonies were free from Great Britain. Representatives from the 13 colonies signed the Declaration. July 4th, 1776 is a special date in American history, but they signed it later, on August 2nd. Okay, cool. It is the day that American states become an independent country separate from Britain. Okay, so I guess this is when they approved the document, but they didn't sign it until later. Actually, I don't know. Don't take my word on that. But I definitely know that they signed it on August 2nd, 1776. Yeah. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. War of 1812, Civil War, Revolutionary War. I'm going to go with World War One. The United States fought the 5 wars in the 1900s: World War I, II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Gulf War. In 1917, 2 million American soldiers went to France to help end World War I. The United States joined France, Britain, and Russia in a war against Germany and Austria-Hungary. The war ended in 1918. Excuse me. Next question. What is one promise you make when becoming a United States citizen? Give up loyalty to other countries. Never travel outside the United States. Oh my goodness. Disobey the laws of the United States. Wait. Not defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States. None of these make sense except for this one, right? Wow, this would actually be an insane, like insane citizenship. Maybe I'll just make a country where these are all the rules, where you can't leave and you have to disobey all the laws and not defend the Constitution. An immigrant completes many requirements to become a citizen. The final step is to take an oath of allegiance. You promise to be loyal to the United States and give up loyalty to other countries. You promise to defend the Constitution and obey the laws of the United States. And you promise to serve the government when the government needs your help. What? Okay, fine. Germany. I don't think Austria-Hungary... Oh, who did the United States... I should read the question. Sorry, I was too busy eating. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Germany. Austria-Hungary didn't exist back then, so that's a clue. I mean, it didn't exist during World War II. Okay, it was this one. I just know this one because I'm smart. The United States fought Germany, Italy, and Japan in World War II. The United States entered World War II because Japan bombed the United States at Pearl Harbor in 1941, December 7th? I don't know. Japan was an ally of Germany and Italy. Oh my goodness. Together they formed the Axis powers. The United States and the Allies won the war in 1945 against Germany, Italy, and Japan. I'm struggling with pronouncing words today, but maybe that'll make this video more entertaining. What are 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? The House of Lords and the House of Commons. I think that's... Is that Britain? I don't know. It's this one. The 2 parts of the United States Congress are the Senate and the House of Representatives. Citizens from all over the United States are elected to the Senate and the House of Representatives. There are 100 members in the Senate. Every state elects 2 senators. Senators represent all the people in their state. They're elected for 6-year terms. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members. States with more people have more representatives in the House of Representatives. Representatives represent a district or part of each state. They're elected for 2-year terms. Representative. My mouth feels weird just from saying representative. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. The Mexican-American War, I think, is the only one. I think this answer was revealed in the other question because all the other wars were said in the other question were fought in the 1900s. Oh, the United States fought 4 wars in the 1800s. War of 1812, Mexican-American War, the Civil War, and the Spanish War. Spanish-American War. The United States fought Mexico... in the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848, the United States wanted to expand west. In 1846, the government of the United States decided it wanted land that belonged to Mexico. Many citizens of the United States and Mexico lived on that land. The United States won the war. That land that was once part of Mexico became part of the United States. Those great lands form the great states of California, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. This was said in the other question, right? Also, I just know this, 100. Okay. Yeah, it says 100 senators. Okay, I get it. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Only citizens with a job can vote. Citizens by birth only can vote. No, you have to be 17 or you have to be 18. Well, I mean, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, it has to be this one. The United States added 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Government leaders added the 15th Amendment. In 1870, it says that a male citizen of any race can vote. Good. Which is good. The 19th Amendment says that any citizen, including women, can vote, which is good. No, really. Okay, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. It's good. I'm not being sarcastic when I say sarcastic. It is good. It's genuinely good. Oh my god. Why are we? It's good that all people can vote. It's good that all people can vote. I agree with that. All American citizens over the age of 18 can vote. Good. It's very good. Congress added the 24th Amendment to the Constitution in 1964. It made poll taxes illegal. Poll taxes were taxes. I don't know why I'm gagging. That citizens had to pay to vote. Poll taxes were used to stop people as. Let's take another shot at trying to read this. Poll taxes were used to stop some people, especially African Americans, from voting. The 26th Amendment was added in 1971. It says that citizens who are 18 years old and older can vote. Oh, what was it before then? Wait, let me check. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. So before 1971, the voting age was 21. I didn't know that. Wow, that's surprising. But that was changed on March 23rd, 1971. I didn't realize it was so recent. I thought you could always vote when you were 18, but I guess that's something that you learned from this test. What's another thing? What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. Oh, no, decide if a law goes against the Constitution. Oh, no, resolves disputes. I think it's all of these. The judicial branch reviews and explains laws, resolve disagreements. It also decides if a law is supported by the Constitution or is constitutional. What? Isn't that the same thing? Whatever. The Supreme Court and all other federal courts are part of the judicial branch. Excellent. Name one state that borders Mexico. California. Yes. What is one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Saved or preserved the Union, purchased Alaska, that was later, declared war on Britain. What? Established the United Nations. I'm going to say preserved the Union. Abraham Lincoln led the states during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was president from 1861 to 1865. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation. This document freed the slaves in the southern states. Lincoln worked up to keep the country together. He stopped in the states in the South from separating the United States. People say that he saved the Union. Soon after the war ended in 1865, a supporter for the South shot and killed Lincoln. Oh no! Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves in the southern states. He saved the Union and led the United States during the Civil War. I wasn't listening to myself when I was talking. That's amazing. But I knew that already. Abraham Lincoln is an important guy, I think. What territory did he... I know. I don't think I know that he was important. What territory... Because I know... Okay. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? That would be the Louisiana Territory. We learned about that in the 5th grade, I think. The United States bought the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803. After the United States gained independence, many Americans believed that the country should expand. In 1903, President Thomas Jefferson bought the Louisiana Territory for $15 million. The total, we got France. Let me tell you, that's a good deal. $15 million for like half of a country? Amazing. This land doubled the size of the United States. American Indians and European settlers lived on this land. After the United States bought the Louisiana Territory, many more settlers moved west. Really? It's because they didn't want to live in America? Wow. What a bunch of losers. Who wouldn't want to live in America? What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Fought for women's suffrage, civil rights. I think. I know. I know that I did it. I know who Martin Luther King Jr. is. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for civil rights and worked for equality for all Americans. In some places, it was difficult for American and African Americans and other groups to vote in elections. One citizen who is famous for helping the government change is Martin Luther King Jr. He worked for. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be gagging. Let me just collect myself. He worked. I don't mean to be gagging when I'm reading about Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not trying to say anything. I just can't read. He worked for equality for all Americans. He led thousands of men and women into nonviolent protests. Martin Luther King Jr. believed that nonviolent protests were more powerful than violence. The government passed the Civil Rights Act of 1864 and the Voting Rights Acts of 1965. These laws ended segregation and protected voting rights. On April 4th, 1868, Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. Each year in January, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Cool. What's the last question? If I get this right, I'm the perfect American citizen. I know all the answers. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Make treaties, coin or print money, create an army. That is all insane. Provide schooling and education. State governments have the power to do many things. They provide schooling and education. State and local governments provide protection and safety. States give driver's license and approve zoning and land use. 100%. I am the ideal American citizen. I've done it. I've passed. I am a good citizen of these United States. Blah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.